With her mesmerizing blue eyes and ageless smile, Lynda Carter once made millions of men fall in love with her. Yet, she could never find someone who truly loved the person behind the beauty. She once loved with all her heart and gave up pieces of herself to hold on to a marriage that existed only in name. From fleeting romances to a marriage full of scars. She once said, "I lived in a beautiful castle, but it had no windows, no way out." Don't miss this video if you want to uncover the darker side behind the image of a national icon. And meanwhile, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new untold stories about Hollywood stars. Smash that like button and hit the notification bell. Lynda Jean Carter was born on July 24, 1951, in Phoenix, Arizona. A sun-soaked desert land that witnessed the quiet emergence of a rare beauty. With a heritage blending American, Mexican, and Irish roots, the young girl possessed a face that was both striking and soft, a beauty that made it hard for anyone to look away. From an early age, Lynda had a passion for the arts. She performed with rock bands in local clubs and always dreamed of standing under the spotlight. However, the major turning point in her life came in 1972 when she signed up for the Miss World USA pageant almost on a whim. At the time, Carter was not a familiar name in modeling circles or on the catwalk. She had no professional team, no formal training, and even believed she was not skinny enough by the beauty standards of that era. What the judges couldn't forget, however, was the sheer confidence and presence of the girl from Arizona. On a stage filled with stiff expressions and heavily made-up faces, Lynda Carter appeared natural to the point of boldness. Long, flowing hair, expressive eyes, and a smile that radiated emotion. At the time, the media even speculated that one judge changed their vote at the last minute just because of her gaze. No one expected a girl without industry backing from outside the entertainment hubs to rise and claim the highest title of Miss World USA that year. But what few people knew after being crowned, Lynda Carter turned down most offers for lingerie modeling and provocative ads, decisions considered off-brand for a beauty queen at the time. She once declared, "I don't want to be known for the dress I wear, but for the way I walk in it." That was the first declaration of a woman who knew who she was and wanted to define her own destiny. However, that very choice caused Carter to lose favor with some major promoters. After winning the crown, she rarely appeared in large-scale commercial campaigns. Some in the industry labeled her a conservative queen. But to Lynda, that didn't matter, because she had already seen a different path. Not just the stage, but the screen, a place where she could tell her own story. In 1975, after a series of lackluster television roles, Lynda Carter was invited to audition for a project that no one had high hopes for, a TV series called Wonder Woman, produced by ABC. At first, even Carter doubted herself. She wasn't a professionally trained actress, had never done action scenes, and Hollywood still saw her as a smiling beauty queen rather than a serious artist. But the moment she put on the costume with its crown, silver bracelets, and power belt, Lynda Carter didn't just play Wonder Woman. She became the very figure the world was longing for. A woman who was strong, independent, alluring, and invincible. After just one episode aired, Lynda Carter became an overnight sensation. Her name was everywhere. Little girls begged their parents for red capes and grown men plastered her posters on their walls. But that was also when Carter began to feel he waved. But deep down, she began to feel like the very poster image of her character, motionless, stuck in place, with no one really listening. When the series ended in the early 1980s, many believed Lynda Carter would break into film, that Hollywood would open its arms to such a powerful icon. But what followed was silence. Roles fell through, Directors passed her over, and the name Lynda Carter slowly became tied to a single identity, Wonder Woman. In 1977, at the height of her fame, Lynda Carter entered her first marriage with Ron Samuels, one of the most powerful talent agents in Hollywood at the time. In the media, it was hailed as a golden match, a rising star and a seasoned industry mogul. But behind closed doors, what unfolded wasn't love. It was a power dynamic disguised as a marriage. From the very beginning, Ron Samuels wasn't just her husband. He was the one who controlled every aspect of Carter's career. From selecting scripts, arranging TV appearances, to even deciding what she wore or how she answered interview questions, everything had to go through him. She once said, "I couldn't tell which choices were mine and which were his orders." They had no children, not because Carter didn't want them, but because their life together left no space for genuine emotion. Lynda later revealed that Ron insisted she maintain a perfect figure to uphold the Wonder Woman image, and even discouraged her from getting pregnant, claiming it wasn't the right time for her career. In a conversation years later, Carter hinted that each intimate moment felt like a performance where she was expected to be devoted, while inside she felt completely hollow. In her private journal, she once wrote, "I felt like I was lying next to a man, thinking about contracts, not about me." Each day passed under bright lights and cameras, but at night, Carter lived in a home filled with eerie silence, where every emotion was traded in to protect an image. Their marriage lasted 5 years and ended in 1982. No children, no shared assets, no real emotional connection. All that remained was a woman, wiser but more wounded than ever before. After divorcing Ron Samuels, Lynda Carter vowed never to let herself become a product in any relationship again. She stepped away from the spotlight for a while, lived in seclusion, avoided the media, and turned down countless offers to return to the screen. That was when Robert Altman came into her life, a successful financial attorney, completely outside the world of showbiz, uninterested in fame, and, for that very reason, Carter believed she had found true love. In 1984, they got married. And for a time, Lynda Carter rediscovered what it meant to simply be a woman. No more Wonder Woman, no more agents, no more glaring cameras, just a home, a man who didn't need her to shine, and children growing up day by day. But peace didn't last long. In 2002, Robert Altman became entangled in a major financial scandal under federal investigation in the Riggs Bank collapse, involving money laundering and suspicious international transactions. The press swarmed, friends disappeared, headlines blared. Wonder Woman now fighting for whom? As her husband faced the threat of prison, Lynda Carter didn't run. She stood by him, appeared at hearings, held press conferences, and once again became Wonder Woman in real life. But this time, without superpowers, without a shield, only tired eyes and a fractured heart. Close sources revealed she broke down more than once in the bathroom, crying until she had to be hospitalized for dehydration. But outside, she still wore lipstick, still smiled, and still told the press, "My husband is a good man. I believe in him." But that belief came at a cost. During that period, Lynda Carter sank into a deep depression. She started drinking. At first, 1 glass to sleep, then 3 to forget. She drifted from her children, withdrew from public events, and couldn't even remember the last time she had truly laughed. It wasn't until 2008, when she made the decision to enter rehab, that she finally admitted, "I love Robert, but I lost myself trying to hold on to him." That statement shocked many, because even though her second marriage was grounded in real love, it came at the price of Lynda Carter's career, her identity, and part of her soul. Lynda Carter wasn't just Wonder Woman on screen. She was Wonder Woman in real life, a woman who loved with all her heart, sacrificed without condition, and fell in silence more times than anyone knew, just to rise again with her dignity intact. From a girl in Arizona who entered a beauty pageant on instinct to a beauty icon trapped in the glare of fame, and then a wife, a mother silently fighting through scandal, isolation, and depression. Lynda Carter never gave up on herself. She wasn't a perfect woman, but that's exactly why she became a timeless symbol for anyone who has ever been hurt, ever felt lost, or ever believed they weren't worthy of love. If this story moved you in any way, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because there are many more real lives waiting to be told with respect and deep empathy.